Elia sounds like we're quite far from each other on numbers. I'm not sure how $800 was calculated, as we were, oh, alright, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Okay, really interesting. Right now they're proposing $1,100. It's already quite an improvement. They're cutting $250 off the first offer. So I'm seeing that there is room to push. Signore, this is Elia from Canu.com. Here we help people getting closer to who they're destined to become. And in this video, I'm gonna exactly show you how I saved about $400 to my business plan writing simply through the use of one single book on negotiation that I read in the past few months. Without further ado, let's get right into it. So, I'm in front of my laptop right now and I'm gonna show you the exact emails breaking down some of the strategies that I used in order to get to this result. So, to give you some perspective, I'm starting my own company in the United States and I actually started that already. Therefore, in order to get my visa, which is a E2 visa, I might speak about it further in the future, I need to have a custom-made business plan. Therefore, since I literally don't have the time in order to do that, I decided to hire some professional writers to do that. However, the prices were quite high when it comes to literally just writing the business plan. I found it cheaper service, but that also happens to be like good at what they do, so actually reliable. And I decided to get down to it and negotiate the prices. Another thing, to give you some perspective, I never negotiated before in my life, ever. And therefore, I'm actually really happy about the result. I do think I could have negotiated that further. However, I decided to kind of stop there and stick here simply because I didn't feel like going too far necessarily with it. Let's go. First email. We got the simple email. Hello, Elia. I just tried to reach you at... Awesome. Okay. So this is a very simple, just confirmation email. I'm just trying to see and kind of understand what is their price point and get more information on it. So I'm going, thank you for contacting me. My biggest concern is to find out if your service fits my budget for that.
As I'm convinced the service will be top-notch.
Would it be possible to have an estimate over email? In this kind of case, I knew that they were good at what they were doing, they had all positive reviews. So I wasn't necessarily concerned when it comes to that, but more like when it comes to price. And I kind of made them aware of that. Follow-up email is literally just, you're welcome, great to hear from you. And they are asking for more information in order to actually provide a quote. That's actually pretty standard in most service-related emails. They kind of want to know where you're coming from and what it is that you got in mind. In that email, I just thank them and I kind of tell them what I do and what I'm planning to do, and overall being nice, being formal and socially calibrated. To that, they actually answer with, Elia, you're welcome. We pride ourselves in being responsive. So in this case, they kind of give you that biggest price first, and after that they just give you a discounted one, or what you could perceive as a discounted price. So that's already a pretty good sales marketing strategy. However, I'm not really willing to pay $13.50, so we keep on going with the emails. This is when things start getting interesting. Hi Jared, thank you for your promptness in your emails. Unfortunately, even though I'm convinced it's completely justified by the quality of your service, I cannot meet the current fee. In this kind of case, I'm like, I cannot meet that, I'm very sorry. So what I'm doing is, this is a thing called push and pull. So I'm giving some kind of leverage. So I'm giving a compliment. I'm convinced this is completely justified by the quality of your service. However, I just say I cannot meet that fee. And therefore, I'm starting to force them. I'm not necessarily sure this is the best way to do it, but it worked. Hope that we can get to find a deal that will accommodate both parties. we're here to get a deal, nothing too special. The next email goes something like this. So, hi Elia, you're welcome. Well, you're correct that the quality of our service will be excellent as the product that we will create for you. They're pretty much qualifying themselves, so it's very normal. It's very normal within sales. Hi Jer, I completely agree with you on the importance of having a professionally written business plan. And
I'm sure about the quality your firm will be able to provide. That said, after recommendation from friends and fellow E2B holders, I was considering meeting at $800 per service.
so I actually did not make this up. I literally have a friend that got her E2 business plan for $800. And I found it interesting, so I kind of wanted to go for the same price. I am doing some price game in this case. I could have just decided not to say any price, but I kind of wanted to do that at that point simply because I had already kind of an idea of where we could meet. Alright, so the next email is actually quite interesting because we start getting into the fire, into what is actually happening within the negotiation. So it goes, hi Elia, sounds like we're quite far from each other on numbers. I'm not sure how $800 was calculated as we were, alright, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Okay, really interesting. Right now they're proposing $1,100. It's already quite an improvement. They're cutting $250 off the first offer. So I'm seeing that there is room to push. I'm seeing that. It's quite obvious actually. And another thing is that you're gonna see this more in the next video. In the next video I speak about all the laws regarding negotiation. However, in this one what I'm seeing is that there is starting to be some conflict, and that is completely fine with that. I'm completely fine with having some conflict, simply because a negotiation that does not have any conflict is not necessarily a good negotiation. So in this case, next email, I'm like, hi Jar, first of all, thank you for doing your best to accommodate both of us. It's not given for granted. To be honest, it's quite embarrassing, but I can try and hopefully meet you at $965 for your service. Let me know if you'd like to work together, we can start even today. This is a beautiful email, in my opinion, and for my limited negotiation knowledge. But what I'm doing is, I'm giving that validation. I'm pretty much speaking about how amazing their service is and how much I want to work together with them. However, I am saying that I do have a set budget that I need to keep track of, and I'm using a beautiful sentence that I'm gonna speak about more in depth in the next video, and that is, it's quite embarrassing, but I can try and hopefully meet you for your service. It's quite embarrassing is really powerful, simply because it kind of puts me to a disadvantage, but also allows the other person to feel empathy towards me. Simply because I'm completely real about the situation. It's embarrassing, I cannot pay that, but I can hopefully meet you at another price. So in this case, I'm actually offering $965. And in this case, next email, another guy gets on it and they just approve it. So we literally get to meet at $965, which is quite an improvement compared to the $1,350 that was the first offer. This is kind of a negotiation breakdown actually happening, and that happened about almost 2 months ago. So one thing that I need to say about it, I'm not a master in negotiation. I literally just started getting into the subject, but it works. It works really well. And another thing is that I think I could have driven the price down even more if I wanted to. Possibly if I actually started at like $700 or $600 and eventually got up to like $650 or $665 or something like that, I could have gotten the same service for maybe $200 less. But I am quite happy with the result anyway, simply because that is a price that I'm willing to pay anyway. So this is a little breakdown on a practical negotiation that literally just happened a few months ago. And if you like this video, please make sure to like it, and let me know in the comments if you like this kind of videos that are like kind of more practical into whatever it is that I'm doing, and yeah, I feel like these kind of videos are like really interesting because I'm literally providing an example of where you can get if you only apply certain things about the topics that I speak about. So that being said, thank you for watching. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at Canu Elia. Make sure to download How to Thrive in High Pressure Situations. And this being said, I will see you soon with the next video. Ciao, alla prossima.